Hello, lads, and hello, lasses. Welcome to the London Book Fair. ReadersMagnet is once again here. This is our second year as a solo exhibitor, but we've been here for years and years on end, and we are welcoming everyone to this magnificent and massive, I have the accent now, massive book fair. So, we have over 150 titles. We have 7 authors that are going to be sharing their books as well as their stories to the world. And that's true to what we believe in Reader's Magnet. Come on over, let's go to the booth. All right. So very quickly, it's been an awesome time celebrating our authors' stories. So what better way to go and to meet our authors? This year we have 7 book signing authors, and we have 5 visiting authors that will be in the booth, that will be very present, that will be able to tell their own personal story and share their books to all of you, and as well as all the fair goers. All right, so booth number 6A90, that's our booth. And we have our authors. Right. This is Dr. Wee. Dr. Wee, what is your book?
Hi. So my book, I have 2 books, The Happy Healthy Revolution, A Working Parent's Guide to Achieve Wellness as a Family Unit. And my second book is called My COVID-19 Diary, Practical Tips and Scriptures During Improbable Times from an American Doctor.
Yes. So she's going to be here for 3 days, ladies and gentlemen. So feel free to drop by booth 6A90. So those are going to be our best letters and numbers, 6A90 here at the London Book Fair. Thank you, Doctor, and good luck for your book signing.
Thank you so much.
2 more authors, ladies and gentlemen. We have Jacqueline over here, or can I call you Jackie?
Either way.
Either way, either way. So what is your book about, Jackie?
My book
This is my mic, so you can speak louder.
My book is the story of my son. He had a brainstem tumor in 16 and passed at 19. It's the inspirational story of his life and this journey and his legacy of this book to be published for him and tell his story.
And what a noble thing you're doing, because although he has passed, but his story is very much with us and in this book.
Actually, so is he, if you really want to know.
Oh my goodness.
He's very present.
Yeah. And again, what a way to leave his legacy by just showing to the world what his story was all about, right? Survival and everything that came with it.
Yes, he was a hard fighter.
Hard fighter. Thank you for coming. So we're going to see you for the next 3 days, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah? You're getting used to the weather?
I grew up in Ohio. This is not different.
Okay. Yeah. 4 seasons in 1 day.
Yes.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Jackie. Hello, Alyssa. How are you?
Good.
So what is your book all about? Show your book, please.
Invisible Warriors. It's about living with chronic illness, and it's for anyone who has never been sick. It explains what it's like to have chronic illness in a no medical jargon, so no doctorese. And it's part workbook, so it will help bridge the gap. You know, if you've never been sick, what it's like to have it and change your mindset.
Yes.
And it also includes a story from a gentleman here in the UK, from Bristol, to kind of tie everything together.
Okay.
Yeah.
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 There's so much relevance.
Yeah.
That you're here.
Yeah. It also is good for people who have been sick and have lived with chronic illness as well.
Yes.
So it helps kind of, helps with communication and advocacy. Helps stop that, how would I say? Helps kind of bring together people with, again, illness and non-illness.
Yeah. So am I going to see you for the next 3 days?
You will.
And you will see her here at booth 6A90. I'm going to repeat it. So it's going to retain, right?
Yes.
6A90. It's a massive, I have the accent. It's going to be a massive hall, a massive show. There's a lot of your colleagues There's a lot of people in the industry, and I'm very excited and very passionate that you'll be able to meet them.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So have fun.
Yes.
Keep smiling while sharing your story. One more author for today. So, well, while David is not here, we have the book signing dates and the book signing time slots. Dr. Wee, as you've heard earlier, is going to be here for 3 days. The 12th, the 13th, and the 14th. Oh, hang on. So today she's gonna be here until noon time. Tomorrow she's gonna start noon up to maybe 2 o'clock or 1:30 p.m. And then on the third day, she's gonna start 1:30 to 3:30. Now we have another very talented author. He started off with a children's book, and I think Castle Forks can be a children's book, but Chris can tell you more about it. He's just going to be here for today at noon from 11:30 to 1:30. And Shantanita, yeah, Shantanita will only be here tomorrow. So she has 2 slots for tomorrow, one in the morning and one in the afternoon. Very interesting story. Happily ever after, or is it the cycle of a loving narcissist? Another dear friend of Reader's Magnet, Carol Ann Langford, is going to be here for 3 days as well. She's going to start and kick it off with a time slot in the afternoon at 1:45 to 2, and we'll end probably by 4. Second day in the morning and in the afternoon, and lastly the third day at noon time. Carol Ann Langford is an organizational development expert who's written a book on how relationship-based leadership really drives motivation, the speed of passion. All right, Tom Ports, the gentleman who wrote the Elephants and Grapes, will grace our presence, grace his presence with his presence on the second day. That's tomorrow in the morning from 9 to 11. And last but not the least, no, hang on. Can we do Claudia first? Because Claudia, the hydrogen runner, will be here later in the afternoon. And last but not the least, our 4th author for this morning is none other than Mr. David Tuttle. Hello, sir. Oh, yeah. Fist bump. How are you, sir?
I'm fine. How are you doing?
Good. So this is my mic. We're going to share it. So you speak louder, okay?
Okay.
All right. So people will hear you. We're live on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn.
Okay.
Okay. So what's your book all about, David?
My book is about my life's paranormal journey, spirit guides, angels.
Do we have angels right now watching over us?
They're here right now.
Are they going to help us?
I already told them that.
Nice. Very nice. Are they going to help us today?
I think they will.
Absolutely. Good. Okay. And that's a very interesting topic. So how are we going to if someone's gonna ask you, why am I gonna buy your book, David? What are you gonna say?
Anybody that is searching for some hope and peace in life, that wants to know that there's more than this life, and it's very easy for them to prove it through the things I talked about in my book. Evidence, just observing things in your everyday life, you can prove it to yourself that there's life after death.
Okay, so are you going to be here with us for the next 3 days?
I will be.
All right. So what booth are we in? It's 6A90. You have to remember that.
Sure.
It's a massive hall and a massive book fair, right? But David here and his angels, our angels, are going to be with us and helping us tell his story. Is there anything else you would like our viewers to know?
I reduced the price of the book, so it's a great time to get it.
Okay. So how much is your book right now?
$6.95.
Wow. $6.95. So have we reflected that on Amazon and
Yes.
all of that good
Yeah.
stuff? Okay. Good. So feel free to grab it. They say they can barely hear you,
Oh.
our audience.
Yeah.
So if you can speak to the mic and invite them. look over here.
Okay.
You're gonna be here for 3 days, and then your book is already available on Amazon for $6.95.
My book is already available on Amazon, and I will be here at the London Book Fair for 3 days.
Do you know what time are you gonna be here tomorrow?
I'm not sure.
I will tell you. It's 11:30 tomorrow, and then day 3 is at 1:30.
Okay. 11:30 tomorrow.
Yes.
1:30 on Thursday.
And then you have dropped your prices on Amazon.
Yes.
So tell them, please.
Yeah, I have dropped my prices on Amazon to just ensure that more people will be able to buy the book. New authors tend to set a high price on their book, and it's worth a lot. But I feel that the mass sales of it will do a better job for what I'm seeking.
Yes, yes. And I think that's a very brilliant strategy. Is that your decision? Or
I was led to that by Reader's Magnet.
Yeah. Because I would really say that as you introduce your book, you don't definitely cannot give it out for free, but there has to be that that safe spot,
right?
Wherein, like, if the reader would invest, it wouldn't really hurt their pocket, and as they're amazed with the book, then word of mouth will be there, and then probably that's where we can recover with the expenses that we've shouldered for. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. There's more than a million books published every year in America alone. So we have to stand out.
Right.
So it's a great thing. All right. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
All right. Let me have my mic back. So guys, let me bring you to the back, and let me show you that it's not only as colorful in front, but we make sure that our authors and their books are actually well seen and well seen. Look at that. There's Dr. Wee. Again, book signing schedules of Dr. Wee is this morning, and then tomorrow it's going to be at noon, and then afternoon. There is Chantanita Davis, with her good book. We have another book, Carol Ann Langford, for The Speed of Passion. It's going to be here for 3 days as well. Claudia Lieber is going to be here with us tomorrow, or today, rather, in the afternoon. We just talked to David Tuttle. Chris Cochran is going to be here, and Tom Ports. So I am in the back of our booth. But a lot of traffic is really projected to also find their way here. But I'd like to thank each and every follower of Reader's Magnet, because without you guys, we won't be here, and without you guys, there will be no story to tell. So as our authors are very excited, as a publisher and as a marketing expert, we at Reader's Magnet thank you and are very excited to hustle across the bustle of the London Book Fair. Bye for now.
We're from California.
Oh, great.
I'm from Scotland.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So my first book, this is The Happy Healthy Revolution. My passion is to help families with obese children.
Okay.
But of course, the parents are obese. The grandparents are obese.
Yes.
So traditionally, we send the fat child to the clinic and fix them up, bring them back. My book talks about getting the entire family to buy in. We need to work together.
Yeah.
And amazing success. The parents, the grandparents, the children, the normal weight siblings all become healthier.
Yeah.
So it's really get healthier and then lose weight.
Yes.
You know, and so this is a summary. I've gone to 3 national pediatric to talk about this, to give presentations. So this is a summary of that pediatric.
Wow.
But this was not intended to be a book. When COVID-19 began, I wanted to reach out because in Hawaii, we went through total shutdown. I'm sure all over the world. I decided to write a blog. I really liked the Diary of Anne Frank, and I wanted to share my raw emotions at the time. And so I started writing this blog, and I ended it with a scripture because I was feeling that it gave me comfort. Amazing non-believers began to read the Bible.
Oh, wow.
So I gave practical tips, what I'm doing to stay healthy, you know, mental health tips, just what I was feeling. And it was amazing. People all over the world were following me on social media. My publisher at the end of December 2020 said, I really think I didn't even know she was reading it.
Oh, you're like,
So,
you were reading the thing?
yeah, and I said, I don't want to write another book. I really don't. So here I am. I wrote a second book.
Yeah.
And amazing, it's resonating with seniors.
Okay.
So a lot of seniors have it by their bedside. A couple of people told me they highlight things and
I'm annotating it.
you know, because I don't know, maybe it's resonating. My husband of 30 years had passed away 13 years ago. So there was a lot of time for reflection during the pandemic. And I kind of talk about just my life story and my 4 children and what I was feeling.
Yeah.
So so if I could just, I'm supposed to scan your, but did you have any questions or?
Were you in Hawaii the whole time for this?
Oh yeah, I live in Hawaii. But thank you for stopping by.
Yeah.
And I don't know, you know, I turned 70 this year. I'm coming towards the end of my career, my life. I decided, what the heck, you know,
Why not? Go for it again.
let me just, this is a rebirth for me, a new career. I'm kind of, actually, I have 2 other providers in my office. I have 12 employees.
Oh, that's pretty good.
We're booming, but
That's great.
this is going to be a second career, I think. You know, just
That's nice.
I'm trying to get out and advocate for, you know, pediatricians. We don't get paid for any counseling.
Yeah.
You know, you get paid for treating a sick child, but you never get paid for,
Preventing a sick child? Yeah.
yeah, but you never get paid for preventing disease.
Yeah.
So
If only it works right.
you know, so I'm trying to change it and flip it around. I think there's beginning to be a movement towards that because we're realizing that we can't survive. You know, I don't know how Scotland is if you're national care, healthcare, but
Yours is much better than ours. Ours is scary. So
yeah, I mean, they'll pay for open heart surgery. You know, if you're really sick, we're great.
if you're halfway dead, sure. I
Yeah.
got you. But like,
But how do we prevent chronic illness? How do we prevent diabetes? It starts when you're young. You know, by the time you're sick, it's been 20 to 30 years in the build-up. So, you know, I'm trying to lobby now, and I'm trying to be a voice.
so much harder.
Yeah.
That's great though.
So, but thank you for stopping by. Would you like a copy or?
Yeah, I'll take a copy.
Okay. Natasha.
Yes.
Oh, we got
one. Thank you.
But But spread the word and would you like a copy? Okay. I call it a revolution. We need to change the way we're thinking.
Yeah.
You know, they say revolutions, it's important to have the second person and then a third.
Yeah.
If we can spread the word.
Yeah. Make the R not go higher. Yes. On that one. Not this one, the other one.
Would you like this? Yeah.
Jasmine.
Jasmine. I love that name.
May I take a pineapple?
Please help yourself. Help yourself.
You're so cute.
I'm not taking it back to Hawaii. Grab a bunch.
My grandma just played this in the back of it. Yes.
But you know, when you're done reading it, pass it on to a family that maybe perhaps could use it, and just spread the word.
Follow us on Facebook.
Yeah.
Follow
Yeah.
Dr. Ria's Facebook page.
Yes, Facebook.
Instagram.
All of it.
All of it.
Love that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So.
I think it's this one. Sure.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's us.
Oh, that's you.
Yeah, this is mine.
But hers, we want you to follow her.
Yeah. Got it.
Yeah, yeah. Cool.
Thank you, my dear.
Oh.
Thank you.
But thank you. Thank you.
Dr. Ria.
Hi, I'm Dr. Ree.
Nice to meet you. I'm
Simone. So I'm a private practice pediatrician of 40 years. I'm still practicing. I wrote, my passion is to prevent family obesity, pediatric obesity. The #1 health crisis in America and around the world. And so traditionally, we send the fat child over to the clinic, fix them up, bring them back. Never works. So what I did is I make parents sign a contract. I was doing free family obesity workshops to my families. And so this is a summary of the family obesity workshops that I share with my families, because it was, insurance doesn't call, they don't pay you for prevention.
Yeah.
They only pay for disease. Once you get diabetes, cancer,
big business then.
and big pharma.
Yep.
But what I'm trying to say is I like to get to young parents, you know, let's think about, you know, working together, just moving as a family, setting small goals, attitude of gratitude, be kind to one another, you know, just really basics, have family meals. Amazing. I've gone to 3 national pediatric conventions to talk about this. I'm in the process of writing a paper, but it's very difficult because, you know, children grow. It's not like, oh, did they lose weight? So that's my first book. And my second book, I wasn't intending, but when the COVID pandemic started, I wanted to keep in contact with my families and friends, because we went under 2 weeks and then longer of no patients could come in. And so I decided to write a daily blog, day 1, and I continued it till December 2020. And I had asked people after a month, do you want me to continue? And lo and behold, people wanted me to continue it. Practical tips, I shared my raw emotions, the fear, anxiety, uncertainty, and this really resonates with the seniors. So I think they were so isolated, and they realized they weren't the only ones feeling this way. And I was urging people to stay in contact through Facebook. And I wrote scriptures. I'm a believer, but believe it or not, non-believers are telling me, I became interested in scriptures. I became interested in the comforting words you're ending with. And so that gives me a lot of satisfaction.
That is so amazing to see.
Yeah. I don't know if you would like to have a copy or.
Yeah, it's amazing. I'm here on behalf of a small magazine called Science Fiction Politics.
Oh, yeah.
So it's open access. I'm here on behalf of the publisher who can't make it herself today.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I could take a copy of your book, and then I might see if you could maybe do a book review.
I would love to.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I'm not the decision maker. But,
Okay, would you like this book or the other book? Or both?
either is fine. So maybe do the bit more weight one.
Okay. Oh
So
yeah.
this is me.
Yes, yes.
I'm just here as an independent consultant.
Yes.
This is who I'm representing today.
I see.
So yeah, I will take that back to Miss Gavigan.
Yes. Let me put my card in there. But thank you for stopping by and
Thank you so much.
spreading the word.
It's fantastic.
Thank you. Wasn't planning on another career, but here I am.
I am in between jobs at the moment, and I'm just looking for the unexpected.
Thank you. A little bit from Hawaii. Some pineapple.
Hi, Doctor. How is it so far?
Oh, it's great. Meeting a lot of new people, showing a lot of interest in the book. So I'm excited.
To hear that. So maybe you can tell everybody where you're from. It seems like you're so creative today. You're from Hawaii, right?
I am born and raised in Hawaii. I lived in Ohio for 7 years where I did my pediatric residency. But yeah, I'm excited to be here in London, my first book signing. My first book signing was scheduled in Hawaii in 2020, but it got closed due to the pandemic.
There's some ladies here who'd like to.
Well, hello. Thank you. I am from Hawaii. Have you been there? No. Where are you from?
Germany.
Oh, well, so nice to meet you. So I'm a private practice pediatrician of 40 years. Yes. So I still run a practice. I have 12 employees, 2 providers. But one of my passions is to prevent pediatric obesity. So traditionally we send the fat child to a clinic and we say, fix them up and send them back. That, as you know, never works. So my whole theory on this is when I do family obesity workshops, I engage the entire family. So they have to sign a contract. The funny thing is insurance does not cover for this type of counseling. We only pay for sick visits and pills. And I think the key is we need to address the young parents and children to prevent chronic illness. So in this book is a summary of my family obesity workshops. And so that's what you're seeing here. I decided to write a book, and so this is how the family works. So it's called The Working Parent's Guide to Achieve Wellness as a Family Unit. Mother and father have to be on board. They have to be the leaders. They have to begin to, work as a team. And so that's what this book is about. And then when COVID started, I wasn't planning on a second book, but I wanted to keep in touch. And I'm sure worldwide, we had to completely stop seeing patients, completely. And so on day one, I began writing my raw emotions, the fear, anxiety, tips that I was using to stay healthy, emotionally, physically. After a month, I put it out there if anyone wanted me to continue. And oh my God, I got all these emails saying, yes. So I continued to December 2020. And then the publisher of my first book was reading. She said, you really should write a second book. And I said, I'm not an author. I don't want to write a second book. But I ended up putting all the blogs together in this. I talk about my depression with 4 young kids working 6 days a week. My first husband was also a doctor. I went through a depression. Then my husband, after 30 years, he passed away suddenly, unexpectedly. So I talk in here about how I dealt with the grief, how I dealt with being a working mom, and just sharing personal and professional tips of how to get through dark times. The funny thing is, I didn't hesitate. I ended each blog with a scripture, but I've had non-believers tell me that they became interested in the scriptures because it was bringing them comfort. The surprising thing is, I became closer to God. I think this journaling helped me more than other people because it really helped me to examine my past, really be present, and look towards the future.
There you go. You too. Me too. Bye. Mortel.
So, David, what do you think would be interesting about the book for some decision makers who are watching us right now?
Oh, that basically what's happening in the world right now. Everyone needs a more peaceful thing to understand what's really going on, how all that is happening. And it's not, there's nothing wrong with what's happening. Everything has a reason in the world.
I totally agree.
Yeah. But
it says in your book that about psychic.
Yeah.
Is that your gift?
Not really. I'm very intuitive, but I don't talk to psychics. No. Unless I pay it. I pay a psychic, then I talk to a psychic.
So right now, we're waiting for some fairgoers and decision makers to grab a copy of the book, and then David Tuttle is going to have your interview in a few minutes with Dr. Lee, a panel interview.
All right.
In the meantime, maybe you can invite them to come over and grab a copy of your book who's watching us right now.
Okay.
Can you invite them?
Who am I inviting?
Everyone who's watching us right now.
I invite everyone who's watching us right now to stay with us. We are going to have an interview shortly.
Okay. Awesome. And David Tuttle is giving away a copy of Soul License to all the fairgoers that we have here today. So far you have given away a few copies already.
Yes.
Right? Awesome. Okay. So in the meantime, just settle down and we're going to look for some decision makers.
Okay. Okay. He forgot his name tag. The guy didn't have a. He had the lariat without the.
Also, your name.
Oh, of course, mine's turned up. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Oh, thank you. We're actually here. This is Claudia Lever. She's going to do this later on again.
Okay.
Hi, David.
Hi, I'll just do this. Otherwise.
All right. Very good. How are you today?
Okay. All right. My book is all about the paranormal and spirit guides and angels.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, how to talk with your deceased relatives, let you know that everybody, there's no death, they're still talking to you.
Wow.
Through numbers and letters and everything. So it's
that is something.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Let's see. Let's see if there's a place to put this. Okay, okay.
Hydrogen runner. Her book is also very interesting.
hydrogen?
Yeah, it's like science fiction, but it's really the background story is really more on aerospace.
Oh wow.
She's very interesting. I think she is a chemistry graduate.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sounds good.
One of our authors is here. This is David.
India.
She's from India. You can see the badge. This is David Tuttle, the author of Soul Life.
It's all about the paranormal and spirit guides and angels. I think.
So David, mind sharing a little bit background of the book?
Yeah, I'm going to check that out. Yeah, it basically tells part of my life story. And as spirit guides, angels, psychics, just how to have a more peaceful life.
Your own experiences?
Pardon?
It's your own experience.
Oh yes, true story. Yeah, everything in there.
We plan to give her a copy.
Oh, would you like a copy of the book?
Yeah, it's for free, man.
I sure will. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Yes. Yeah, we came, it's correct.
We have an interesting question here, David.
Okay.
One of our fairgoers, Betty, said, I'm sure you have encountered more numbers coming to the event. You felt like their spiritual message left for you on your way to the event.
Huh. Not today because yeah. The message today was to be patient because I was having trouble with my bus pass. But when I came into the airport to London and when I was on a tour yesterday, I was seeing license plates from all my relatives designated my mother, father, uncle, and my wife's parents. They're all over the license plates. It was pretty funny. Today I didn't look at cars. I was in a hurry. So I didn't.
We have another question from Cassandra on reviewers. Are you planning on writing another book to dive more about this concept?
I might. I have other things to say, so I might just write a children's book. I haven't decided yet which one. Back again. Yeah.
Do I sign here to get it?
Sure.
You can scan Claudia's badge.
Oh yeah.
One day. Yeah, that's right.
And I can scan your badge. There we go. Okay. Want me to sign it?
And the autograph?
Yeah.
You're from Idaho? My parents lived in Tuttle.
All right.
Dad retired from teaching at Idaho State. He taught at the pharmacy school there.
Okay.
He wrote me a letter one time, said, you know, I heard the wolves howling outside. I didn't think it was in Chocolate, Chicago. It was so cold. It's pretty cold here.
Yeah, it's funny. It's also a railroad town, and I grew up in a railroad town in Ohio.
It's a cute little town. It really is.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Hi.
Thank you. Hello.
Hi.
Sinai. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Yeah, the book is talks about spirits and angels and your guides and how you can talk with deceased relatives just from the messages that you get on numbers and car or license plates and pictures and so on. But even in movies, you know, you can see the messages in a movie. And if you look at the license plates real quickly, they flash by. But it's I've read thousands of books on metaphysical and that kind of things, near-death experiences and psychics. And every time I read a book, I got another clue as to leading me toward the more understanding. And I tried to put all that in the book. But,
oh, that sounds super interesting.
Yeah.
And how long did it take you to write it?
2 years.
Oh, okay, wow. So you definitely put in the time and the research.
Yeah, I only wrote when I was inspired because the angels directed me to write it through a site. I was getting psychic messages that I should write a book. And I was ignoring some emails I was getting about an online writing class.
Oh, yeah.
But then I got this psychic message and said they want you to write a book. So that's the book.
Yeah.
Happened after 2 years.
Well, that's super interesting, yeah.
Would you like a copy?
So my
Yeah. Oh, hi. Oh. All right. I gotta scan. Okay. Oh. Gotcha. All right. I'll sign your book. I was just telling Suna that this is all about paranormal and spirit guides and angels. My life experiences, how it's oh, okay. Yeah. Life experiences and so on. And it's all connected with, you know, yeah, and how you can do it yourself, getting numbers and letters, you know, that they're associated with your deceased relatives. But I've got all kinds of different things in there. It's, I've read thousands of hours of reading over the years on these types of subjects, and each time I read a book, I get another step towards better understanding. Yeah.
I've done Reiki before, so I've got.
Oh, good, super.
A slight understanding, but
yeah. But yeah, Reiki was on my path too. But you know, it's a funny way I got there. But it's all this was inspired. I had written one blog 12 years ago because.
showing me something. And I mean, that was really harsh. But it was so good because the next day I was in the hospital and I called her and I was like, this is what I'm not showing you. And she again was like, okay, how can I make you not feel pity and not like a burden? And I was like, okay, don't tell me you're sorry. Tell me I love you, I support you, I'm here for you. And that was such a great place for us because that made me feel, you know, loved and supported and good. But then I was able to, you know, we were able to move forward in our friendship. And I had to let go of a lot of pride, right? But that made her let go of a lot of her, you know, ego too, because she was like, okay, my friend is sick. How can I help her? So now she advocates for me all the time. So if I'm, say, carrying in a lot of groceries, she'll be like, give them to me. You're pushing yourself too hard. And I can say, you know what, I'm not. I'm okay. Or you're right, I am. Which is such a great place for us now, you know? Yeah.
So have you started making the website, or is it still just like?
Nope, it's up, it's running.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
What's it called? Sorry?
It's called Invisible Warriors, so it's Ivy Warriors, kind of a play on the, you know, Ivy. Yeah. So that is, it's a subscription-only website, which helps keep out of a lot of the trolls that you get on social media, which is another problem that I have with social media, because you do get people up there where it's not really a safe place for people with illness and their loved ones to go, because unlike the groups and stuff that you get on like Facebook, for example, anyone can really join. Yeah. So creating that little bit of cost really keeps a lot of people out. So she has a safer place. And we do monthly blogs and things like that that we can really help, you know, where we discuss that isolation issue and those kind of things. Yeah.
I'm actually here to promote an event that my university is putting on about like amplifying diverse voices and creating communities within publishing.
Perfect.
So this actually worked out quite perfectly.
Yeah.
You'd be interested in attending. It's an online event.
Yes.
You know, quite inclusive, I would say.
Absolutely. It was definitely raining hard today. Perfect.
This is very interesting. I would definitely tell her about this.
Yes, it would be so good for her. Yeah, and let me scan your badge. Well, it was so nice to meet you, Dora.
You as well.
Yeah.
And maybe scans as well.
Yeah, it's a great little tool. We have the.
What comes up?
It comes up with all your information and email and all that stuff. Yeah.
I did not know that was a thing.
Well, it was so nice to meet you. I would love to attend and be a speaker. That would be really great. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah. Nice to meet you.
Looking very sharp. Very sharp.
I'll keep my personality all day. Oh gosh, no, I mean I had to wait for
you.